Just an envelope full of money for me. Today on In the Woodyard, we've got firewood deliveries. Here we go. So I know some of you are probably getting bored with all of my deliveries I've been doing over the last month, but it's that time of year. It's the time of year to do deliveries. It's been getting cold. It's November now, and people have been calling like, whoa, geez, wood's falling. People have been calling like crazy to get wood. It's pretty much, I get 2-3 phone calls almost every day or text, and I try to bunch up my deliveries. Like today I've got 3 that I know of so far, and people just want their wood now because it's getting cold, and I don't blame them. And you know, even though it might be boring for some of you, to me this is the fun part. This is where I actually get paid for all the work I've done. You know, I've spent hours, days, weeks, months producing this stuff, and now finally it's my payday. So I'm able to finally get paid. So it's one of those things that it's kind of a delayed gratification thing, which is generally a good thing. You work really hard on something and then you get a big payoff in the end, and that's kind of what it's been. So I worked hard all year producing the wood, and now I'm finally getting paid for it. I'm finally delivering a lot of this stuff to people that normally order wood, and that's the case for all 3 of my deliveries today. They're all past clients, past customers that have bought from me. And the first one I'm delivering is going to be a face cord, and then the second one I think is two face cords or 2/3 of a cord, and then the last one is a full cord. So that's what I got going on. So we're going to go do some loading of wood right now. Look at there, pile of ash is in, and there's a little bit of mulberry right there, some mulberry. And there's a little bit of maple in there too, but mainly ash is what's in there. So there it is. We're going down the road and we're going to go do a dump. So I'm not going to deliver this load right now. I was just pulling out of my parking lot, and I called my guy that I'm delivering this to let him know that I was going to be coming, and I left a message for him because I got his voicemail. I got onto the highway and he called me back and said, hey, I got a problem. I'm still at work and I can't get out of here for another couple hours. I said, well, that's not a problem. I said, my next delivery is not for a couple hours. I said, so how about if I come at about 2 o'clock? Right now it's about noon. And so that's what's going to happen. I'm not going to deliver this till about 2 o'clock. But in the meantime, I've got the trailer back here empty. I'm going to clear that out of the leaves, and I am going to fill that up with my delivery after that. So I'm going to put in 2 face cords in here. I'm going to get that loaded up right now, get that pulled up, and that load will be ready to go. And then I'll go deliver this one, then I'll come back and deliver this one, then I'm going to do another one. Then I got a pickup coming, an order for pickup for a load. So that's what's going to happen. So that's why you got to stay in touch with your people. I always like to text my people when I'm leaving too, and let them know, hey, I'm coming right now. Got your wood loaded. I'll be there in 15 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever it is. And they almost always will text me back and say, you know, great, sounds good. Or if I call them, just let them know I'm on my way. Because I don't want to get there and have people not be home. Because what do you do then? Do you unload the wood? Where do you dump it? If it's a new customer, are you going to get paid? You know, there's all that kind of stuff. So I always like to contact them before I leave with the delivery. Even if it's a scheduled time and they're going to be there and they said they're going to be there, I always call or text and let them know I'm coming. So a little bit lesson for you. Stay in contact with your customers. We're going to load this up now. So I'm pretty sure my customers don't want all these leaves dumped in their driveway, so I have a handy dandy shovel here, or rake, whatever you want to call it. It's a device to get rid of leaves, that's what it is. So I'm just going to throw these out because the leaves have been falling like crazy the last few days. And then we'll load some wood up into the trailer. Pretty soon this will be snow. That'll kind of suck, but it'll sell more wood. It's just the way it is. There we go, that's better. Now I can start chucking some wood. there it is. There's 2 face cords or 2/3 of a cord in the trailer, and that'll be delivered after I go deliver the load that's in the truck. I pulled the head, I disconnected the trailer, so I'll leave it sit right here. In a little while I'm gonna leave and I'm gonna go deliver the load that's on the truck, then we'll come back and do this one, and then we're gonna load up a full load into the trailer and deliver that. Well, the first delivery is done. I did the chucking off at that one. Now we're gonna take this load right here. Trailer's hooked up. We're gonna go do another dump. It's an envelope full of money for me. There it is, dumped. Down the road we go to the next one. What we have here is a full cord of wood in the trailer ready to be dumped. So this is the front half. You saw I put in all ash, and then the back half, well, not quite half, probably a little more than 1/3 is mostly maple, a little bit of ironwood, a few chunks of oak, but it's mostly ash, so that's what's in there. And this guy, I told him I'd bring him some kindling. This is going to be the second dump that I've made to him this year. So this will be the second full cord. He usually gets 3 a year. And I told him I'd bring him some kindling, and I was going to bring him some of my wrapped kindling. And then I discovered underneath the tarp, I had about a dozen of these things here that I made 2 years ago. I forgot all about them. There's 3 of them in here. So I got 3 really old bundles of kindling, and I threw a bunch of chunks of the cookies from the cookie bin in because this guy doesn't care what kind of wood it is as long as it burns. And I've given him some cookies in the past, so I'm gonna show him that I've got what I've got, sizes, what it looks like. It's just a mix of everything, and tell him that I'll give him a real good deal on it because I want to, obviously sell it. And I think he'll be interested because he likes to save money, like most people. So hopefully he'll want some, and I can deliver him a load. So we're gonna go down the road right now and go deliver a load of wood. They do work really good when they work. That, my friends, is an empty trailer. So I just backed up the trailer and I hooked up the lock. I put the lock on the wheel and I put the lock on the hitch that I have here. And so that's what I do when I'm not going to be here for a little while. And then on my last dump, you probably noticed the RAM was getting pretty slow going up because my battery is just about dead. But it did go up and it is charging. But my little trips that I do when I go deliver might be 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, something like that. So when I've got the battery being charged, trickle charged through the electrical hookup, that thing, can't think what you call it, the wire to hook up the trailer. When I've got that in, it charges, but not very much. When you're doing lots of dumps like I have been doing, it doesn't charge as much as it needs to. So I've got a cord right here, and I just happen to have a plug right here on the side, and I'm going to show you here. I plug this in here, and then on the inside there's an actual little charger right here, and you can see that it is charging now. The green light is on, and then the yellow light turns green when it's fully charged. But this, what does it charge here? Yeah, 1.5 amps, so it's not much. So it's a slow charge, not a fast charge, and it will take overnight for sure, probably a good 16 hours or something like that to get it fully charged. So I'm going to leave it on, let it get charged up again, and from my guess, I'm getting 12, 13, 14 dumps on a fresh battery. If I'm dumping big loads, it takes more because you're obviously using more power for it going up and down. And that's in decent weather, you know, when it's not super cold. In the cold, it might be a little bit less. So I just haven't really put it on the charger more than a couple times because I've had enough use that I've been going down the road. It's been trickle charging when it's on all the time. So I really haven't charged it up much. And with all the dumping I've been doing, and even since I've had the trailer even, it's been working pretty good. So she's plugged in, so she'll be ready for tomorrow or the next day when I got a bunch more deliveries. So anyway, that is it for today, folks. You know what to do. Poke some buttons, hit them all. Tomorrow, I'm going to be back in the wood yard. You're going to be here too, 5:30 a.m. If you come back, you're going to see another video. It's going to be a good one. There's one on the screen right now, and then there's 800 more on my channel you can check out. That's all for now, folks. Good night, Irene.